Tonight, President Joe Biden is set to give his farewell address.
It's the opposite of an Irish goodbye. Irish goodbye, they just leave. You don't know where they went. He's Irish, and he's taking forever to say goodbye. Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy joins us with more. Peter.
Yeah, well, this is the last time that we expect to hear from President Biden before he retires to Delaware, and we think he is going to talk a lot about himself. The White House shared a letter from the president. It's not addressed to anybody, but part of it says, "It has been the privilege of my life to serve this nation for over 50 years. Nowhere else on earth could a kid with a stutter from modest beginnings in Scranton, Pennsylvania and Claymont, Delaware, one day sit behind the resolute desk in the Oval Office as President of the United States." We don't know if the president tonight is going to circle back on his 2020 promise to restore the soul of the nation, or if he's going to explain why, despite advertising decades of experience working with Republicans, he ultimately worked so little with Republicans. And we see this. A lot of the stuff that he's been doing lately has just been with the executive pen, like pardoning Hunter Biden, commuting death row sentences, giving Hillary Clinton and George Soros medals of freedom, closing off new areas of drilling offshore, transferring prisoners out of Guantanamo Bay, giving more money to Ukraine, relieving some folks who are set to be deported, and taking Cuba off the state-sponsored of terrorism list. The president was also talking last night about how he thinks he's had the most ambitious climate agenda ever. That's what he wants people to think when they look back at his term, even though we know the general mood in this country. People don't look at Joe Biden and think, wow, he's doing so much for the climate. They look at the last 4 years and they think, well, we've had some real problems with inflation and national security and the border. So stay tuned for 8 o'clock tonight. We'll see how much he talks about those three things. Back to you.
Good point. And that's why he is deeply unpopular. Peter, on Inauguration Day, I think you're supposed to be in the Oval Office when Donald Trump comes in. So Joe Biden's going to leave him a letter in the drawer of the Resolute desk. You should ask him to open it up and just see what Joe had to say to Don.
Would be great if President Trump, when he comes in, could show us the letter. And also, what else does the president leave in the drawers? Usually when somebody moves out of an office, there's like some pens.
Scissors.
There could be some old snacks.
Snacks. The last time he was live at the Resolute desk was when he dropped out of the race.
Yeah.
Live on television. All right. Thank
The
you,
question
Peter.
about when he was last live is a different one.
Correct.
We never found out the letter that Biden got from Trump.
Yeah.
But he said nice things. He goes, it was something like gracious.
And now he gets to return the favor.
Right. And he'll probably do it. I mean, they've already had that meeting in the Oval Office together. So they've been communicating. So they've already broke the ice.
It's a special club. I mean, even look at former President Obama and Donald Trump the other day, how they were laughing it up. You know, they fight on the campaign trail, but they understand, only those few understand that type of pressure.
Well, I don't know if Michelle Obama would leave a letter. No. She's not going to the inauguration. The office of Barack and Michelle Obama released a statement saying that he would be there, she will not be there. Laura and George Bush will both be there, and so will both of the Clintons.
So the tech, we know Carrie Underwood will be there.
Yep.
She's got a lovely voice. And
Kid Rock?
I think.
Lovely voice.
Kid Rock, too. And I'll add to all the tech titans who'll be sitting together.
Yes.
And they got all these rivalries.
Skipping
Musk doesn't
Davos.
talk to Altman. They're suing each other. Bezos and Musk are fighting to get into space. They'll be sitting next to each other.
The president has forced them all to start working together for the good of the country. I kind of like it. I like that we have some of the smartest, richest people coming to the table to help us with solutions, not just being about themselves, but what's good for the country.
And crypto, too, because we need experts on crypto. Right. Biden was suffocating him. His people were suffocating Silicon Valley and the AI bros. And these guys go, I don't think they know what they're talking about, but we got to get away from this guy Gensler. And Trump seems to be singing our songs, showing up to our events. We're going to be there. And the one thing that was very interesting, one of these guys said that I was fascinated when I went to visit Trump because he asked the same questions to me he does to the caddy, that he does to the guys who to take care of the, give them the towels. He talks to everybody. And I guess in the CEO world, you're not supposed to do that. In the Trump world, that's the reason he wins.
Yeah.
Because he likes everybody the same.
Knows everybody's name,
likes
sends
Melania
letters
better,
to people. It's one of
He'll
his
get on
great
the phone
traits.
with people.
That's
I remember
exactly
one time
right.
he was in our studio. It was my dad's birthday, and he had a message for my dad. It was so sweet of him. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Zuckerberg, and Altman are all going to be skipping Davos.
Trump's on Cameo?
They're going to go together. Yes, we'll have a prominent spot at the ceremony, and also up there at the ceremony will be the Teamsters president, Sean O'Brien, and the firefighter union president,
At a
Edward Kelly.
Republican's inauguration.
Right.
Like, when is that? When is the last time that happened?
Well, never. And that just goes to show you how different Donald Trump is the second time around, because people saw the first time, and now the hope is he gets a lot done. Yeah. There's a lot of unity in the country where they're going, okay, he's going to be in charge for 4 years. Let's make the best of it. And that is why all those big shots are going to be up on the platform with him, because they want to be part of something big rather than being on the outside looking in.
That's why I am predicting the biggest crowd ever at the Capitol. I'm making that prediction.
Okay. Now, here's the problem with that.
Why would you do this?
And Sean, after we talked about this yesterday, Sean Spicer immediately texted us because he did the press conference after that. In 1997, Brian, the Congress passed an appropriations bill. Which said that the National Park Service would stop estimating crowds. So there is no official crowd size estimate from the federal government. It's just up to whoever wants to estimate. So if you want to estimate,
how about a guy with a clicker? Yep. Yeah. Okay, Johnson.
Maybe I can do it. Monday, I'm going to be in the crowd. So maybe I will.
Count you as
don't
one.
move. Everybody don't move.
This
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm telling you right now, if they could see from the aerial view,
Yeah.
they'll take that shot and you'll see biggest crowd ever.
All right, so we'll let you count the crowd.
Right.
Hopefully Donald Trump won't. He stopped talking about the crowd sizes lately.
Yeah, but he just put it back in his mind because that's Brian Kilmeade.
The only problem, though, is it's going to be, as Janice told us, it's going to be bitterly cold there. I was down in Washington during the second Reagan inauguration. They never had it outside because it was so cold. Nobody was going to show up.
Yeah.
So, it could actually impact things.
That's why it's so great that these
show up
Oh,
for this
definitely.
guy.
so great
No,
these
a lot
hotels-
of people will show up, but it could diminish.
Yeah.
But the
school kids.
hotels have moisturizer. So moisturize before. Let me just do this public notice. Moisturize before and after.
Speaking
you don't want to have dry spots.
Speaking of hotels, the Watergate Hotel down in Washington is offering an inaugural package. You get the presidential suite, you get a chopper ride from the airport across the river, and you get a Maybach for 3 days. $73,000. $73,000. You know what? People are going to buy it, and they're going to expense it.
Yes, they are.
And they probably include a little bottle of Scope, right?
Or Lavoris.
Yeah.
You mean the mouthwash?
Yeah. Oh. You want to be in that packet,
What about a razor?
right? Possibly a razor.
And a shower cap.
All right.